Good day, good day, good day. This is Mr. Anderson. First off, I want to say happy birthday to the mother of my brother and sister. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, I really do appreciate my friends and my family through all, and we need to value those people in our lives that really, really contribute to our being and our well-being and our growth and our alignment, direction, and what we're trying to do. Whatever you believe in, whatever higher power, you need to really take time out to really be thankful for one thing. Is for those people put in your life, and even some of the bad ones, because a lot of that is data, information for you to understand what's going on in your life, how you are, how you react, how you maneuver through life and go through things. So, just be appreciative of the people that you have around you, because when they're gone, and you want to continue to hold on to those memories and those good times and those conversations and that you had with those people. So really take time out, man, especially this past Mother's Day. You really gotta give thanks. I'm not big on holidays. I'm really not big on holidays at all. The only day that I celebrate is birthdays. I think that's more important than any day is the holidays. So just really take the time out to really cherish those people around you and understand them for who they are and respect them for who they are, and move forward. With that being said, that's part of what I want to talk about, man, is really being aware of people and understanding people, situations. I'm in a space to where I do a lot of internal thinking and knowing and understanding, and I read a lot of books, and those books have started to make me, I've been able to really look at things through a different perspective and really give grace when grace is due, and be angry when anger needs to come. But with that, there's a lot of I've talked about this a lot. You really have to manage your time wisely with your life. Speaking of with birthdays, you're getting older, so you really have to look at things and look at the people around you, the places around you, the opportunities around you, and what, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do. At my age, and I know most people's older, you really value, well, some do. I know that I'm to that point where I value a lot of my time, especially with my children, and a lot of this peace. I love my peace. Yesterday I went to the gym for the first time in a while. Things have started to look up for me for a minute, with everything. And then I get home and get a letter stating that I have obligations to pay, which it is what it is. It's just part of life, and these systems that we got. I got 16 years of support I'm supposed to pay, which, as men and I'm not speaking for all men, and I know some of these stories, you just never know what lies beneath, but a lot of stuff is not fair. A lot of things are not actually giving people, men are not giving the credit that they deserve in certain sense of life. And I'm not talking about all. I know I'm a rare breed. I know I'm a very, 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 very rare breed. Yet in life, you need a nudge. And I look at things as this is a nudge for me to really do more and be about what I say. And it's just having multiple sources of income, really being able to push myself to do more, not only just for myself, but for my children and people around me, my family. You know, my mother retired. She's taking care of her mother, you know, and she's missing out on sometimes with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So it's like, we evolve and things happen for us to be able to understand life and the systems, even though some of the systems, like I was just saying, it's not fair in a sense. It's not fair. Yet, you know, we have to adapt. You have to create. And that's where I'm in a space that I see both sides of things, and I'm very understanding to a certain point. I'm very understanding. I can see the logic in certain things, but a lot of times we get, and I was just having a conversation about this last night with a friend of mine about fear, about feelings. Let me say that back, about feelings. Everything is attached to a feeling. Everything is attached to a feeling. Regardless of how you want to do it, how you want to say it, it all boils down to a feeling. And most people's feelings are fear and love. You know, people want to be loved and people have fear. Those are the main two feelings of things. Or acceptance is the third one. Those are part of the top three: acceptance, fear, and love. And I remember reading this book, when a marital counselor book, and I think it was Love and Respect. I think that's what it was called. And the woman wanted love and the man wanted respect, pretty much. And that's generally how it is, how it goes. Yet, you know, we have to really understand those things and dig into what that entails for us, you know. And especially, like I said, go back to time management. It's like I'm at an age now, like, man, I'm not wasting my time no more. I'm not saying wasting my time. I'm going to be more aware of my time. And I know my time that I want is for me. It's peace, it's freedom, it's joy, it's pretty much freedom and true freedom. And that's what I desire from life right now. Because I've experienced chaos. You know, we've all experienced chaos to a certain point, whether it be in a relationship or at a job or with family, friends. We've all experienced that chaos, and now you're more aware. If we get older, we're more aware of what that looks like and what that takes away from us. And that's when I'm like, I ain't got time. I don't have time. I just don't have time no more to be, my time be taken away from me and from where I want to be and from my purpose in life. Man, the sun is bright. It's beautiful. But I'm just not. I'm in a place now where it's just like it's all about me. It's that selfishness kicking in, that protective selfishness I talked about. It's starting to kick in more, and now that I have some stability and I'm able to build more stability for myself and for my family, it's like it's go time. I needed this little nudge, I needed the nudge because we can get comfortable or we can get complacent in certain situations, and we need that push. And I think I take things as that, even though I was angry, and you feel like you put so much out for people and try to do so much for people, to then in turn to be I don't even know, just to feel like you didn't do nothing sometimes, and it's discouraging in a sense. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just it's frustrating. It really makes me want to just delete a lot of things, which I am finna get hyper focused in my trading, in my job, my trading, my children, my health, and my mental health and wealth, and building for my children. That's the main goal of my life. And I the relationships for me right now, or even in the past, in the future, it's nothing that I desire. And I'm just being 100 right now. I just don't desire that because of my time management. And I guess that's the business owner in me. It's profit and loss. Like, how much am I going to lose in this transaction, or how much am I going to gain in this transaction? Or am I going to be well compensated for my time, and through trial and error and understanding? Not really. And that goes back to sometimes, men get devalued because we made a decision to better ourselves and step away from certain situations that may not have been certain jobs, certain relationships, certain things, certain systems. We step away from them because it really don't fit us, and then we get criticized for that, and get strung out for that. But it is what it is. It's part of the system. It's part of life. It's part of growth. It's part of understanding. It's part of data. We just gotta go. We gotta go through it. As men and women in this system that we're in these systems that we live in, we have to create our own system. And that's why I said that's my hope. My ultimate goal is to really be focused, hyper focused on the things that I need to do, the dreams and direction that I want to go in. And yes, I'm behind on everything, and I'm trying to catch up. I just got, it's only been a month and a couple weeks that I've been on this job, after 6, 7, 8 months of struggling without a job and jumping from driving forklift to loading buns in the daggone boxes to trying to get back to the truck driving, to now being back in the management in a system that I'm learning. We go through those things to help better ourselves. And my ultimate goal is to start my own system that I have created and do my trading, which I love to trade. I got back into trading every day now that I'm in my own office and I have my own space at work. I can dibble and dab and watch the markets and get back into doing that once I get established, once I get my day started, and then I'm able to watch the markets and understand stuff. So it's like and now this push to make me want to do more, because it really does. I talked about it before. It takes more than one income, multiple sources of income to really live a life. We have to be smart about it, because everything is expensive. Everything is going up, and I talked about that before. Everything is going up. The cost of living is going up. I remember being able to put $5 to my age. Then they put $5 in my box Chevy that I had on my way to high school, and being able to ride on that $5 to $10 and almost have a full tank of gas. Have a full tank of gas and ride around all day. Put $20 in it and fill it up. Really fill it up. But you just have to really value what we value and keep pushing. I've had my time with anger, and that's the natural reaction is anger. That I had. Yet I'm glad that I went to the gym that day yesterday, because I wasn't going to go. I was tired, exhausted from just having my children over the weekend and really not sleeping and not being, and kind of rearranging my apartment and all the stress about paying bills and money and what's next and learning my new job and learning a new system. But I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad I went. I was able to get off a little bit of frustration and meditate and really, prepare myself for the next chapters of my life. The next chapters of my life. And I'm anxious to see how it goes, because I get what I want. I get what I want. And I don't know if that's just a power in me or energy in me, but I get what I want. And I'm going to continue to keep pushing, keep fighting, and taking the time out to be thankful for most part of it. Thankful for my family, and thankful for what I have, and the mindset that I can change and understand, and I'm not scared to try something new and do something new. It's just a matter of time. With that being said, like I said again, I want to give a big shout out to my mom. Love you. Happy birthday. May 12th, 2026. Love you. Hope you have a good one. And to meet everyone out there, man, same as you. Bless you. You have your birthday coming up. Enjoy that moment. Forget all the rest of these holidays and doing that. Spend that time for yourself on your day of birth, and be thankful for the things around you, the people around you, the systems around you, the opportunities around you. Life is abundant. Life is all abundant. There's plenty and wealth and freedom and life out there for us. We just have to have the desire and push and drive to want to go get it. So, that being said, this is Mr. Anderson, and I approve this message.